Grappler. Chances are, when I say the word grappler, you're gonna have some specific character that pops into your head. It could be this guy, or this guy, maybe this guy, but some of you will think of this character, Broly. But there's a small problem with that. This is not a grappler. Now, in the archetype of Grappler, there are a few traits that are shared between multiple characters. These traits are common, but not inherent to the Grappler archetype. Some of them include a lack of unique movement options, or sometimes even less movement options than the base roster. Many of the Grappler characters will be larger than the other characters, which will come with positive and negative aspects. A lot of the times you will be more susceptible to certain things from your opponent. Maybe it'll be an instant overhead that only works on you, or maybe it'll be a character specific combo that only works because you're so big. But if you're a giant character, you'll also likely have a lot of range on your normals or special moves. But those traits can be broken and are broken a lot in fighting games. No, the one big thing that makes a character categorized as a grappler is the command grab, an upgraded, more damaging version of the normal throw that completely changes the relationship between strike and throw. Now, whereas a lot of other characters would just have you take the grab, you can't take the grab of a grappler because you die. And it is in this area that we see a big difference between Broly and every other grappler, mainly because of the game that Broly is in. And this is not just to talk about Broly. Dragon Ball FighterZ as a game can't really have grapplers. First, we should look at the universal grab of Dragon Ball FighterZ. Now, unlike almost any other fighting game, the base grab in Dragon Ball FighterZ is reactable. A lot of these other fighting games have grabs that you can tech, but usually it's a read or an option select. You can't wait for the grab and then react to it. But that is not the case in Dragon Ball FighterZ. A lot of offense in this game is technically reactable. And the same goes for a lot of command grabs in the game. They are technically reactable. You can still hit people with these reactable command grabs, but they do not have to guess. They can just react. But unlike the base grab of the game, Broly, along with some other characters in the game, has a command grab that is unreactable, meaning you do have to guess. But let's look at the damage of the command grab on its own. While that is fine, it is completely overshadowed by basically any other hit Broly could get in the game. So what gives? How do you make this threatening? Well, the actual situation where Broly's command grab is threatening is when he has meter. Because later hits of a combo will be scaled more and do less damage, doing a single hit into, say, a level 3 super will do around half of your health. And that is how Broly's command grab is threatening, when he has 3 bars. He also gets hard knockdown afterwards, so he can set up for another command grab, maybe another Oki situation. With 1 bar, he can do a chunk of damage, but the main source of Broly's damage off of his command grab is meter dumping. And it is in this way that Broly differs from all these other grapplers. With these other grapplers, the damage of the command grab on its own, it could be the command grab just does a lot of damage, or some of them maybe you get a combo off of it, but meter is not needed in order to create a threat here. In this way, Broly's command grab acts less like a typical command grab and more so like a typical fighting game throw. This is the kind of thing where in some situations you would be like, just take the throw. You can't take the throw of a Potemkin. Not only that, but without meter, you will see that Broly can get more damage off of the base grab in the game than his command grab, just by doing a normal easy combo. So what gives with this distinction? In reality, the average power level of grabs in Dragon Ball FighterZ as a whole is much lower than any other fighting game. And that goes for any character with a command grab. Other characters with unreactable command grabs like Janemba or Blue Goku, they also have this problem where the actual command grab is not threatening unless you meter dump. Now, why do command grabs have to be weaker in Dragon Ball FighterZ than in all these other fighting games? It's because blocking is so much more emphasized in fighters. Block strings can last forever in this game, so having a character who at any point in time could just take half of your health off of a command grab while using no resource would be so much more powerful than pretty much any other character's form of mix in the game. So, because blocking in Dragon Ball FighterZ is already so powerful, the counter to blocking already gets stronger just by being the counter to blocking. So, it needs to be weakened artificially in order to be on the same level as these other fighting games. Otherwise, it would get the boost of being in this game where grabs are inherently super strong and just being a grab that does half your health with no resource. It is a necessity from the inherent meta of the game that grabs have to be weakened from what they would be in an average fighting game. So because of that, we have this super interesting take on a grappler. Obviously, Broly's command grab has other cool attributes. It's pretty large and it's armored, which is a step above what the average unreactable command grab would have, and that's why Broly is considered by most people to be the main grappler of this game. He also has things like an anti-air command grab and more powerful versions of his command grab that he can actually get a combo off of, but for the most part, because throws in this game are weaker than throws in other fighting games, Broly has a powerful tool of a normal fighting game throw in his command grab. This is something where you would be like, oh, just take the throw.
Take the throw, take the throw, take the throw, let me throw you!
Until he gets meter and then it transforms into an even stronger command grab. And I think this is a really interesting and really cool implementation of a grappler into a system where blocking is super strong. And with all that being said, I still hate grapplers.